Hello, I'm going to be working with Stetson today, and I'm going to work with the under saddle work. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I'm going to do with him is lunging. And when I ask him to go out of my space to lunge, I want him to move instead of me backing up and then move him out. I want the horse to move away from me. Just like that. I didn't take a step backwards. And when I ask him to move forward, if I want him to lope, I'm going to first point. If he doesn't do it, if he does, I'm going to swing the rope and then release the pressure. It's a little spunky, but that's normal. I expect that, especially in young horses. See, I didn't have to swing the rope that time. All I had to do was point and kiss. Okay, I'm going to let him rest. Good boy. I'm just going to do some desensitizing exercises to get him ready for the saddle. And I'm just going to toss the lead rope. I've already done these exercises, so he's already good with them. Of course, you want to make sure he has all of his groundwork exercises and fundamental exercises done before you do the under saddle exercises. He knows how to do his feet, he knows how to trailer load, he knows all the basics that he should know before working with the saddle. Okay, so after he gets used to it being flopped around, you just swing it around. And he's pretty good with this. Good boy. And what you do with one side, you want to do with the other. Good boy. Okay, and I'm just kind of moving through these exercises pretty quickly. He just needs a refresh. If I was to start him on these desensitizing exercises, of course, it would be like a whole session, but I'm just running through these. That's all he needs. So now I'm going to work with the bag, and he's already pretty curious. I haven't worked with a bag or tarp with him since, I think it's been about a year. Last year I did the tarp and everything with him, so he knows the tarp and bag exercises, but I'll have to refresh him, and so I might have to spend a little more time on this exercise than, of course, the other one, but he seems pretty good. And I'm moving pretty fast on these. I would not go immediately to rubbing on his shoulder if you are first introducing the bag. You want to make sure you do the steps properly. But like I said, he's already pretty used to this. He was a little touchy back here. He's very touchy on his legs, so that's probably going to be one of the main focuses. It's just really getting him used to his legs. And I'm just going to hold it here until he relaxes. Good boy, then release the pressure. And then come back to the leg. Good boy. And you always want to be careful that you don't get kicked with any of these exercises. So make sure your hand is in full control of their face. So see, I just have when his face is into me, then he can't kick me. Oh boy. And with this, it might look like he's relaxed with his leg cocked. There, he's relaxed there. But when, sometimes you have to kind of read them. Sometimes their leg will be cocked because they're ready to react. So you'll know when they relax. After you work with them a while, you can feel them relaxing. And honestly, for it being a year since I've worked with these exercises, he hasn't done that at all. I did make sure that he was completely solid with these exercises when I worked with him. He could walk over the tarp, he could have the tarp on him. He was great with all that. Good boy. And a big thing to notice is I am not being sneaky with this at all. Number one mistake is if you're like kind of cautious about it, being very sneaky. No, just let them know what you're doing. So, because if you're sneaky about it, they can feel you. And, you know, the prey animals, they don't want to feel like they're being snuck up upon. So, good boy. I'm just going to follow him and continue what I'm doing until he relaxes. It's okay, buddy. Good boy. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce him back to the saddle. Like I said, I've already had the saddle on him once, and it was last week. So hopefully he remembers all this. I'm just going to continue with just kind of throwing it on him, taking it off, throwing it on. He did jump a little bit there for a second, but now he's like, oh wait, I remember this. The main thing that I found out that spooks him is when I have the cinch hang down, and it's really hard to work on that exercise because when trying to work on that, of course the saddle is not cinched up. When it's not cinched up, you don't want them to take off bucking because then they'll dump the saddle and it can create some bad habits. So with the under saddle, when you're introducing them to the saddle, you really have to be careful and know what you're doing because you can create some bad habits in these horses. Then I'll just tap it, get all the dust off of it. Good boy. And like I said, don't be sneaky about it. Just let them know what you're doing. Now, if you do have to go back a couple steps, that is completely fine. It's much better to go back a couple steps, retrace some things, and then move on forward, than rushing through things and messing things up. Okay, so I just walked him around with the saddle pad on. He's great. He's remembering his exercises. Now it's time for the actual saddle. And you want to be pretty careful with this. I'm going to let him sniff it. He's always very curious about things. I always like them to kind of sniff things, that way they kind of know what we're doing on them. Good boy. Take it off. Swing it on there. Take it back off. And this can be a tough exercise, especially for tall horses, and he is a pretty tall horse. He's only 2 years old too. Because like swinging that saddle, it kind of takes a lot. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side, and this is kind of a important moment here because if he spooks, that saddle can easily come off. So you want to be smooth. You want to be rather quick, but not too quick where you rush things and have him get spooked. But enough where you're not just kind of messing around and not getting it cinched up fast, so that way if they are to take off, you have it under control. Now this is what he hates, is when the cinches hang down like this. And it is a hard thing to work with, seeing as, you know, you want it to be cinched when you're desensitizing into the saddle, so that way it doesn't come off. But lots of consistency. Just got them all cinched up. Also, I have the back cinch snug. Now, I have my back cinch snug with every horse I have. I know some people have it pretty loose. But it's here to keep the saddle down. So you want that all nice and snug. And this is all good. Oh, I think he liked that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is before I lunge him, I'm just going to kind of move the saddle on him, get used to the feeling. And if he's going to move, that's okay. I'll just follow him. He's licking his lips, so that's a big sign of relaxing. It's okay. Good boy. So this is his second time with the saddle on, and he's doing amazing. And I'm just going to follow him until he relaxes. It's okay, buddy. Good boy. Easy. This allows them to kind of think through things and like, oh wait, this is just noise. Nothing's hurting me. And soon, oh yep, right there, he stops. He's like, nothing's hurting me. I shouldn't worry. Okay, still pretty snug. And now I'm going to lunge him. Now this is where you'll probably see them buck if they are to buck. And if they are to buck, that's okay. And if they do start bucking, don't try to stop it. Just try to, keep them moving. The first time he had the saddle on, he did buck. Today, I tried to see if he was going to buck. He did not. He was all good. Good job. And I'm not going to get on him just yet. He's still a little flighty for me to do that just yet. And each horse is different. Some horses I could get on them the same day I introduce the saddle. Some horses I don't. Just read the horse and make sure you go their pace, not our own. And this is a great little session with him today. After a little more work with him, he has done great. And I'm going to go ahead and finish him on this. I'm going to show you how to take the saddle off. He's very relaxed right now. Okay, so I'm going to put the stirrup up there. Always uncinch the back cinch first, because this is what's mainly holding the saddle on. Okay. And this is what can kind of get him a little skittish, is when I release this and it touches his leg, he kind of moves. So just very slowly. And if he is to spook, I'm just going to kind of keep his head tight and grab a hold of the saddle to try to keep it on. If I need, I'll take the saddle off, but I'm not going to have him buck it off. That's going to be, that you do not want that at all. I have control of his face. I'm just going to first touch his leg. There we go. And then if he's to spook, I'll just let go of this and hold right there and make sure everything's all good. This is nice. Oh, saddle pad is coming off too. Okay. And it's off. He did great. Good boy. A great little session with him. I hope you learned some things from that. And he did great. I'm going to probably have a couple more sessions like that, just get him more used to the saddle. I was able to get him used to the cinch hanging down a little bit. So slowly I'll do more and more. But you do want to be careful with that, seeing as the saddle is not cinched. Just make sure that You know, you read the horse, go the horse's pace. You don't want to mess anything up, because these beginning stages right here are pretty important to starting to making a great horse. So if you're new to this, if you have maybe a trainer or helper help you, that would be great. Working through it by yourself is also, I mean, I taught myself this. I'm sure you can. And that's why I'm making these videos, to help beginners learn what to do, because I relied on YouTube videos myself. So I hope you have a great time starting your horse, and I'll see you later.